Good morning and welcome to Fort Seller Elementary School. This is your principal, Mr. Lin, and I hope that you had a wonderful Tuesday yesterday. Today is Wednesday, March 31st, 2021. It is a day 3. Now, before we kick off this wonderful day, I want to invite you, as I always do, to participate in the Mindful Minute. The Mindful Minute is a good way to get yourself settled and to savor what is going on around us. Oftentimes, they're blessings that we don't often notice until we are finally paying attention. So let's just dive into it. I do have a kind of a recycle of old breathing technique, but another student in kindergarten came up with it and said instead of the rainbow breathing, it almost reminded her of a sunset. And because I liked that description so much, we're going to rename or give it a second name. Instead of just rainbow breathing, we could call it sunset breathing as well. Let's go ahead and get ourselves settled. Notice our body, get ourselves settled, right? Notice how gravity's pulling us down and that chair or couch of yours is holding you up. Very good. Use your eyes, look around. Focus softly on one item in your environment and just study it. Study its shape, study the tiny shapes that might be in it, study the colors, the different colors. If it's dark, if it's light, does it give shadows, Then using your nose, take a breath in and out and consider what smells there are around you and just notice them. Using your ears, pause and observe. What do you hear? What sounds have you noticed that you didn't notice before? Very good. And then with your skin, notice what do you feel, right? Whether it's the shirt you're wearing, the clothing you're wearing, the air that's around you. If there's a wind or a breeze, do you feel that? All right. Okay. I like to close my eyes. You don't have to. But as I breathe in, I'm going to raise my arms up. And as I breathe out, I'll bring them back down. We used to call it rainbow breathing, but now we'll also call it sunset breathing. All right, let's go ahead. Breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe in, notice how the air flows in through your nose, into your belly, expanding it like a balloon, and then as you breathe out, allow your shoulders to relax, allow your chest to sink, and allow your body to settle in. Breathe in again. And breathe out. And as you breathe in, turn your attention back into your body, noticing all 10 of your toes. And as you breathe out, notice your feet and your heels and ankles and shining the spotlight up your legs to your knees. Notice those knees. Breathe in. Notice your upper part of your legs and your hips and your lower back. And as you breathe out, notice how your upper back relaxes along with its shoulder. Breathe in. Notice how that air fills up your belly. Put a spotlight there. Notice your belly. And as you breathe out, notice your chest as it lets it go through your mouth. Notice your arms, your elbows, your wrists and your hands, your fingers. Breathe in. Notice your neck and the head of yours. And as you breathe out, also start thinking about what feelings and emotions you might have today. Any of those feelings, they're all real. Just notice them, identify what they are. And it doesn't matter if they're pleasant or not. Breathe in. Just know that you exist and those feelings too, and let them in. Be kind, compassionate, and let those feelings in. Sit with them, and let those feelings tell you what they need to tell you. Now, in a moment, you'll hear a bell or a chime. Listen to it as it gets quieter and quieter. And when you can't hear it anymore, you may then open your eyes and awaken to the world that is around you. Welcome to a new day right here at the fort where you are loved, where you are cared for, and where we want you to succeed. Now, whether you have a great day or not, that's ultimately your choice. So, choose wisely, work at it, and yeah, enjoy the rewards. At this moment, please stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Go ahead, take a seat. I want to thank you for joining me in the Mindful Minute. I am so grateful for that. It means a lot to be able to do a Mindful Minute, notice the blessings, and just know that there are other people who are noticing it with me. I certainly don't want to be the only person in the world that is noticing all of the great things to savor right now and right here. It's great to have you along. Okay, so we have 3 expectations here at the school. They're simple, you know them. Number 1, show that you're respectful. Giving that respect to others, that's important. And then you'll get that respect back. I know that there are times when we are frustrated and we don't want to give respect to others. How do we stop ourselves and pause so that we can continue to be respectful? Now, trust me, even Mr. Lin sometimes makes a mistake. There are times where I might have snapped at people and maybe I wasn't kind to people because I was frustrated. What I should have done was actually just notice when I was frustrated, recognize the frustration, and realize that most of the people around me didn't have anything to do with that frustration. They certainly didn't have to deal with me snapping at them, right? And so if a grown-up like me can sometimes fall into moments where I'm not as respectful, just know that a kid like you can too. And what we want to do is guard ourselves against it so that we can stop, pause, take a step back, and then do it the right way. Okay, the respectful way. Show that you're responsible. Be responsible with yourself, your hands, the words that come out of your mouth, and the way you express your feelings. And also be responsible with others. I haven't said it a lot recently, but it still holds true. We have 300 some kids right here at the school, and every single one of them has a story. You have a story that you're going to share, hopefully, with somebody at home at the end of the day. And the people you run into, they're either going to be heroes and helpful, or they're going to be hurtful and not heroes. They're going to be villains. So if they can be heroes and villains to you, then you sure as heck need to know that you can be heroes and villains to other people. That's up for you to have to choose. You have to choose whether you are going to be a hero or a villain in other people's lives. And then do it. That's being responsible. And finally, show that you're ready to learn, ready to enjoy learning, ready to have fun wondering about things around your school and in your environment. So, in the month of April, I know we are in March, but today is the last day of March. In April, we are celebrating and spotlighting the character trait of perseverance. It's all about not giving up. There are times when you may be asked to do a writing assignment, for instance. You really don't want to do it. Maybe you don't like to write. Maybe you can't think of what you want to write about. And you might get so frustrated that you may just say, I don't want to write. Or, maybe get in an argument with your teacher or somebody else who's trying to get you to write. Instead of showing that frustration that way, there are more responsible ways. And some of those more responsible ways means require you to stop. It's okay to have that frustration, but stop right there. Notice that you're frustrated and stop, and then say, you know what? Let's just get it done. We're going to persevere. We're not going to give up. Take care of business. Get the job done. Okay? That's what perseverance is. You want to do it when people are around you, and you want to do it when no one is around you. That's called integrity, right? Doing the right thing when nobody else is around. Okay, now today, reading our poem for the day, which will be on the other link that was sent out to your teachers, is Miss Hartman, our first grade teacher. And Miss Hartman is reading a poem about the season of spring. That's where we have just entered into. Well, I don't want to hold you up, but before I let you go, I want you to hear from somebody that really means it, and every kid needs to hear this. I love you, and I like you just the way you are. Have a great Wednesday.